else, we will no longer be going to Cracker Barrel.
Y'all messing up Cracker Barrel. Nobody asked for this, man. That's one place you could leave it just like it is.
But that didn't faze the company's CEO as of last week.
We are listening to our guests. We're doing this all for them. What they've said is they love the new seating. We're adding in booths, making the chairs more comfortable, putting in new lighting, brightening up the paint color. But what's important is things that people love about Cracker Barrel, the soul of Cracker Barrel, is not changing. Cracker Barrel needs to feel like the Cracker Barrel for today and for tomorrow.
Okay, then President Trump entered the chat. He posted on Truth Social yesterday saying that companies should, quote, go back to the old logo and admit a mistake. And then, of course, just hours after that, Cracker Barrel released a statement saying everyone was right. They're going to go back to the old logo. We should be clear, Cracker Barrel shares jumped more than 7% in pre-market trading on the news. The White House took its own victory lap, mocking the backtracking on that remake. I want to turn to you guys because this is a great example of like a corporation that thinks it's minding its own business, wandering in the wild,
Yep.
getting like stepping on the culture war rake.
Yeah, everyone's got to do polling before they do anything nowadays because you never know when you're going to get pulled into a culture war. But I'll say this, we do a brand reputation poll at Axios that I help oversee every single year. And there is one through line. Hobby Lobby, Patagonia, those companies do well every single year. It's not about your politics. It's about consistency. Anytime you step out from what you actually stand for and your core values, you're going to get dinged for it. Nobody asked Cracker Barrel to change. So when they unilaterally made this shift, they got dinged for it. And it's a big, clear warning sign, a case study for other brands of how you have to be prepared. If you're going to make such a shift, either do a ton of polling and focus groups around it and beforehand. I'm sure they did, but clearly they missed this. And be prepared for backlash simply because if no one's asking for change, it typically means they don't want it.
This is, and I called them the woke right and they hate it. But I think this ended up, well, a bipartisan thing where people were like, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on here? It ended up being a rallying cry for the woke right and many people who feel as if, and you saw them online saying, they're taking away our culture. This is about our culture. To me, I thought that it was a bad rebrand. I would have at least done the barrel with Crackle Barrel in the middle, not just take the guy off.
I like you offering some design options here.
But I also think when you listen to that interview by the CEO, she never once brought up the logo. She talked about the interior. She talked about the different things inside the store. But the brand is really what that logo is. And I think that's what people were having a reaction to. But I agree with you. It's the same as Target. You vary from what you stand for and what you believe and your authenticity. You will get smacked by consumers.